Welcome back to another episode of my trading vlog, where all of the views undoubtedly now are coming from return subscribers. If that's you, please hit like. Edward wanted to see the old intro. That was one of them. There were quite a few of these, and to be honest, my favorite one was like the old Capavision one. We'll do that one next here. Pulling that down. All right, so I've got the chat pulled up today, I guess. Maybe? No, I'm never going to have the chat up. I'm only working with one monitor right now, and so that doesn't really work for me. But that's okay, right? I hope so. Just vlogging instead of actually editing videos, just using the live function. All right, so I need to get back to whatever screen that is. And let's talk about it, because it's Playboy. And today, honestly, that's pretty much as brutal as it gets. Full, Maribatsu or something. I forget what you call this candle, but we opened and then we closed, and it's just a solid downtrend. What I'm really interested in is like the close of this candle and the bottom of today. Same price, 211. Okay. All right, let's not get carried away. In wave 2, you nearly retraced all the progress of wave 1. If one of these is a wave 1, congratulations. Also, this downtrend, 2 days. This downtrend, 2 days. For a reason, wave B takes longer. Okay, this could be A, B, and C. This could be the end of the correction. Could be. It could be. And I say that with like that's like a grain of salt. You take it with a huge grain of salt. And the reason why I say that is because I think I actually see the 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that I want to call wave C. And something we can do is take our Fibonacci extension tool. We can do this and say, hey, you've got to go down to $1.57. We don't confirm $1.57 until we pass below 188. I'm going to stop out at like $2, okay? This is where Cap is like, you know what? I'm out. Because guess what? I'm going to go back and buy back in at 150 and not hold red, because why would I want to do that? I think it's March 12th that earnings are being announced, and so I'm not expecting any more news. Deep inside, I'm hoping this is the end of the correction in its entirety. I'm sure it's not. Look at that, $2. The 50% retracement is probably the most optimistic shallow retracement that we can wish for. $1.99, come on. Those two numbers line up really good. We could be coming all the way back down to $2, and it's like, oh, that's right where my stop is. What happens if I stop out and then it bounces? Oh my goodness. I'll just have to be committed and just be like, I'm accumulating shares because I know in the long term it'll be worthwhile to do so. This looks like I was. Look at this downtrend break, the new high, and then we got this big bounce. I want to hold so bad. I just want to hold. I'll just be patient. Just gotta be patient. Let's look at this on the minute, the intraday chart, and we'll just look at this and we'll say, alrighty, big weird wave up, and we're gonna turn the line chart back on. That's a weird wave. This is also. It's kind of a common, like, I don't know, A, B, and C. Call this a B wave. That trend breaks. You get like this weird, like, lengthy thing. Is that wave C? If wave C is sideways like that, like instead of going down, it just stops and gets support. Beautiful. I guess we can also look at volume while we're here and be like, hey, was it really a strong move? And the answer is no, it wasn't. Yeah, big red candle, but below 30 period average volume, which is not nearly as much volume as we found here. Let's zoom into the hourly chart. Let's figure out where the big volume spikes were for each of these days. Looks like this candle had a lot of volume, this push back up, and then this is like, I don't know. It's like a little bear trap maybe. Volume was still considerable. Don't get me wrong. There's still volume here that's above prior days, like on the hourly time frame. But we've seen bigger. and I'm just I'm just feels like prices get thrown up, just boom, and then it gets kind of whittled down and then it bounces again. We're seeing it on the daily time frame too. Just can't keep it down. This could be 5, 3 down, 5 up, 3 down. I keep talking about that. But today's candle was the wrong direction. That's not the direction I want to see it go. But in all realistically, this is kind of like where price quote unquote should have been at if we didn't get the weird announcement about the preliminary quarter earnings. Very frustrating. And I mean, really, it's still like anything above 190 or 188. This is all. It's like look at this big old gap. Like, how is that not a breakaway gap on massive volume? Like, that's how I'm gonna read this chart. Massive breakaway volume over a downtrend. Brilliant high, and then it's just correction. No big deal. It's fine. Everything's gonna be okay. I hope. On the weekly chart, look at this. These are some weird candles. It's like price wants to break out higher. It's having a hard time, but we're setting higher lows throughout as well. Is price coiling? Sounds like a coil. Let's look at AA. AA did some stuff today that made me go, aha, we're reaching the top. And we'll talk about this briefly as well. So yesterday, we ended the talk right here. I was like, wave C is in progress. And on the hourly time frame, we're convinced we're going to 64.59 or 62.16. Anyway, we did our little extension through here. We're like, all right, if this is the first half, then the second half of this wave takes us to 64.27, and maybe we throw over a little bit, push a little higher to 66.07. And I mean, that is perfect. That is perfect. I put these numbers down there yesterday, and I said if we get above this, even if we get a little chop above 62.16, we're probably just going to rip up to here and then maybe throw over. And it's just what happened. It's just what happened. So we've got a good read on the chart, which is great. That means we can call the top of wave C. Yeah, let's call this C. And so I'm thinking, all right, time to come back down now. Let's draw this trend. We're putting the line chart on. Well, before we do, we're going to look at some candles. It's really important to look at candles. That's a big volume spike right there at the end of the day. Let's zoom back out. Where was the big volume spikes? I mean, that was the biggest one, and price is getting unwound during after hours. Okay, well, if there's nothing there to see, we're going to turn on the line chart, and we're going to get our trend going. And there it is. That's the broken up trend. We did it. We broke through. Awesome. Awesome possum. I want to turn candles back on because there was something I saw today that made me think, yeah, we're getting to the top. I saw this guy right here. There's like this diagonal through here that's ending, right? And we get this big surge higher. 1, 2. This looks like wave 3, 4, 5 is probably somewhere up here. See how this suddenly gets corrective? We lose motive trend, and we just start going sideways. Now we're heading down. And so we're going to be correcting this A, B, and C wave through here. Let's see. What was the bigger wave degree anyway? What's the big picture? Can't remember the big picture here. A, B, C. That's right. That's it. So what this means is, yeah, we're probably going to try to go back down and test 61.23. I'm not totally off my rocker, and we'll get a different chart drawing set here. Have a little look. All right. Yes. See, that's a nice amount of volume, right? Nice volume. You're like, hell yeah, that looks great. Look at this wick. Okay. Wick. Volume. Is it a breakout? Looks like 64.97 is an important level. Shoot. Let's get 2 years of data out and see where we got that from. That was way back here. Oh, from 3 years ago. Man, sometimes these targets. This right here, A, B, C. I'm like, and then this actually is a lower low, right? That is so complicated. Ugh, that's gross. Big W. Kind of a weird offset lower low over there. It should be higher. I don't like it. Does it make more sense if I turn the line chart on? Is that why I did that? It's a lot closer. Nonetheless, that's how we got that 64.97 level, was we took the amplitude of this initial wave. And so this has to be a big B wave with an expanding B wave because it's at a lower low than back here. So let me explain. This marks the bottom of a downtrend. Boom. That's it. Now, price is making progress until it goes below there. Then it's no longer, you can't call any of this progress anymore. IE is therefore corrective. And when it's corrective, we go into ABC counts instead of 1, 2, 3. Nice little double bottom in there. But you know what? That was a little thing, just a little one. And this particular thing drives me nuts. It's this shape right here. It's this apparent 5 wave count right here. And it just this thing drives me nuts all the time. 1, 2, 3. It looks like 4 and 5 for double bottom truncated. That's like perfect. But sometimes it's A, B, and C, A, B, and C. So like this isn't 4 and 5. This is actually C. And how are you supposed to know? You have to really get into the weeds to figure that out. But this has all the hallmarks of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which makes kind of a wave A. And then we got an uptrend for wave B, and this would be super complex. Don't even try. That's gross. And then wave C coming down. And that's of B, right? This is A, then it's A, B, C, and then this is all wave C. Wave C is built of 5 waves, right? There's the top of wave 5. Bam, we hit it. So that's also resistance at 64.97. And now, yep, we're coming back up to it. If we get above this high right here, it gets tricky. Now, be careful because A, B, and C, these things are tricky. Just going to plop these down and be quick about it. Wave C, right? Let's see. No. Wave A, and then wave C goes down. Wave B goes up. Wave B isn't really limited. It can actually break that high, and we can still be in a corrective trend, which sucks. Because then you're thinking, yeah, after the raises, and then no, you just get freaking bull trapped. You get thrown to the ground. So I'm thinking double top through here. It's really early to be saying that kind of stuff. Let's see what our RSI expectation's doing. It's coming up. It's not going to get this high, though. If it goes any higher, it might get this high. And we'll get this really sharp bearish divergence. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Typically, you see this kind of thing break. I'm going to be watching that level really closely. Watch 65.59. I'd be selling. Honestly, I'd just be selling. Like you got the targets, you got the big uptrend, you got your little money through here, you're day trading it. Just take your ball and go home. And I want to zoom into a little closer time frame here so we can get an idea of where most of that volume came from. Let's see. A lot of volume right here. A lot of volume right here as well. And we got a reversal. If on the hourly time frame we can close below this low, like this is an intraday idea, but once you close below this low, then we actually confirm a candlestick topping pattern through here, kind of. Really, we need to close below this range, and that will be very telling. Maybe we chop around up here for a little bit. We go into what's called distribution, where we watch price kind of come up and down, and what's happening is smart money is selling into everybody else trying to buy it. Like down here, let's talk about that a little bit. Let's go back to PLBY. Talk about distribution and accumulation. Like, this is a 4-hour chart. Like, through here, like especially down here where it just gets really choppy, that's accumulation. Someone down here is slowly and quietly getting as many shares as they can, and then boom, price takes off and just rips, and then it peaks out, right? And it drops, and then look at this. This also looks like this looks like accumulation, and price dipped after that. Well, I mean, for a moment. And then we just got that solid rejection. Oh, this is a scary chart. Playboy is such a scary chart because it's so volatile. It's so volatile. Got a big trading gap right here where, price opened it up way higher the next day and just went to the races. And look, price eventually came back down and it didn't even quite fill that trading gap. Got a similar gap right here. And price is heading down, and it's like, no, don't do this. Whatever you do, don't do this. But if you do, just make it clear and simple and easy so I can just sell out and then buy lower. I'm okay with that. I really am okay with that. But, yeah, I need to identify this level and then kind of clean up this chart a little bit. And so what I just did there is I basically said this peak here. There should be support. You can see price overthrew this, then came down, broke through that level again, came back down, found support on it. So, I mean, solidly 198 is a good, strong level at this point, and we might come down and touch it. That's going to be the scary part, is when we touch it, and then we'll have to see what happens next. Hopefully it's that bounce. Anyway, that's going to be all for tonight. It's late. I'm going to go to bed. Happy trading.